Hi all, welcome to Super Coders. So in this tutorial, we are going to work with our file upload component. So basically, earlier I have created a simple file upload component, but right now we are going to enhance our file component. So it will take multiple file inputs. It will show preview. It will upload the file to S3 server. And after getting the URL, you can simply submit your form. So we are going to all these things in this tutorial. And after that, if there is image you are going to upload, you can see the images in our manage category page. You can see the images. So I'm going to do all these things in this tutorial. So let's get started and let's work on this tutorial. And also, if you are new to channel, please subscribe our channel and please like the video. Now let's get started. So first, coming to my VS Code, opening our front-end application, SRC component, and here I'm gonna create one more component, which is file input components .js. Now let's copy this shape file component. Just copy it and paste it. And here in this shape file component, I don't need field type. Then here I don't need all these things. So instead of that, I need form config dot data dot file. Let's change this way. After that, I'm going to render my file component this one. So just do what? Change this to file input component. Copy it, paste it, and here instead of this way, take only file fields. Remove this file fields. After that, what I'm going to do here, just remove all this code and simply pass our component name, which is file input component file fields field. I complete pass my field object to the file input component. Here I just render my form config and create a separate component. Earlier I do everything on this component, but right now I create a separate component. The reason for getting the separate component is because I have multiple file inputs based on the dynamic form. So I can render all the file input individually. They have their own state. They can maintain their own state. They can maintain their own preview, delete button, upload file, everything. That's why I create a separate component for uploading the file. Let's pass the key also. So key equal to index. Now after that, save this file and come to our main file, which is file input component. So come here, and here what I'm going to do, first I'm going to create some state. So let me show you. Const. Also I'm going to use API because I'm going to upload file to our Django upload API. So call API comma loading equal to use API. Let's import this use API. Import use API from use API from hook. So I think we don't need this one. Use API from hooks API handler. After that, we need to import also React. So import use effect, and use state from React. Next, I'm going to create some state. So const selected files, then set selected files use state. After that, const file reviews state file previews use state. After that, const file uploaded state file uploaded. By default, make it false. File fields, we don't need file fields right now because we are going to use a single file. So what I'm going to do, remove this thing. Right now we are using only single file, so I don't think we need all these things because it is coming only a single file right now. Next, I think I need to change this to field. So take it as a field. Also pass it as a field. The field.label, field.name required. All the things okay. Here what I'm going to do, need this label, adding padding, then padding in bottom also 1, and here we're going to add a title. So typography, variant, title, field.label, and file input. After that, I'm going to take multiple file input. So change it to multiple. Then register is also okay. So the thing has been okay. I'm going to show this input. So just save it and let's check how it is looking right now. So come to Chrome, here, image, and the file section. Empty equal to 1. Save it. It is taking. Right now we have some gap and it is showing label and file. Now after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some logic. So after selecting any file or picking the file, I'm going to hide this section and show my file preview. So what I'm going to do, writing the logic, I'm simply writing I'm going to simply write if their file preview not file reviews dot length, then show this section. So this section will only show if there is no file selected. After that, I need to show the file previews. So for that, what I'm going to do, file previews dot length greater than 0. Then in that case, file previews map file and here showing our file. So box equal to index, then here assets display flags line item center, that is also okay. Let's close this box and here I'm going to show my items. So I'm just doing what, if my file file dot type equal to image, then in that case I'm going to show my file. So image sourcing equal to file dot url alt equal to file alt equal to file dot name and style with 100 pixel, make it 60 pixel, 3 pixel. If there is file, I can show my file. If it is file preview is image file. So basically the logic is simple. I render all my file preview and showing in a box. If the file type is image file, show the image file with width 60 at 60. If there is no image file, there is other file. I can simply show the file name, and I'm gonna show the file name in both case. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this code, and paste it outside, and it will show as a body one. And after that, we need to show icon here. Like if it is file, I can simply show a file. If it is not a file, I can show a document or something else icon. So for that, description icon, import this icon. So import description icon from material by icon. So the logic is simple. If there is running the loop for all the items of file previews, if there is any item, if item has file type image, then I can show the image. If it is not a image type, I can simply show icon. Then below that, after that, I can show a simple name of the file. Now after that, I can show a delete button also. So icon, button, then here adding a delete icon, select delete, on click, handle delete image and passing our index. Let's copy this and create a function also. Const handle delete index. Let's leave it for now. Let's import delete icon also. So import delete from material icon. Now after that, I think it's been done. Now after that, we need to do what? After selecting the files, we need to create a file preview. So what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna add a use effect first. Use effect. And here we need to do what? Here we need to import a watch. So here we are using React hook form. So we can't add own change event listener here. It can be achieved only via our React hook form. So in that case, what I'm going to do here, taking the value watch and set value. So set value we can use to set a file via our file URLs, and watch we can monitor our file changes in the input. So after that, come here. If not selected file, not selected file dot length, and watch field dot name, the current field which we are getting, watch it. If file is not selected, and we can get the file name, and here passing the dependency watch field dot name. So this will trigger this use effect only when there is changing on the file dot field name values or selecting any different file. This will get triggered. So here what I'm gonna do, just printing the message for now. Console.log watch field.name. Save it and let's check what happened if I select any file. So come to Chrome, refresh page, come to documents and file, select any files, select 3 files, and let's open console so we can see the what is coming. And you can see it is showing the file list. If I check here, it is showing my file list. If I open the file list, I can see file list nothing but 0. And here it is showing 3 files. If I clear it again, so if I try to select this file, and I can see my all the files which I have selected. You can see the file name, and file name. All the files I am getting. So we need to show this file in preview and also upload this file after that. So for that we need to show in preview. What I have to do? Const file array equal to array from watch field.name or blank array. If there is file, I can get the file or I can get an empty file. Then const previews equal to file array dot map file index. Now we need to generate previews for the file. So what I'm going to do, URL create from object URL file. So here I'm just creating a preview URL from the file by passing the file object. After that, name file.name, then type file.type.split. So if you see the file type, it is image/jpg, image/png. So I'm just getting the first string, which is string like image or something else. Now after that, here I think we need this way. Yes, it is okay right now. If I get console.log preview, now also set this to preview. So set file previews, set files uploaded, pause. Now if you understand much better, if you see the type is coming from here, we are creating a preview files. Then if you see the URL, I'm getting the URL from here, and name, I'm getting the file name from here. I just create a preview list of files via object URLs. And after that, just refresh this page, come to documents and files, try to select multiple files, select this 3 file, and here we go. You can see the file names. You can see it is showing perfectly all the file names. This page and try to use some different files. Try to use these files, and you can see all the files has been showing now. But if you see the title, it is looking very not so good. So I think the reason is for using this center specify between, move it, save it. Now it is perfect, but the icon look much boring. So let's choose again align item center and margin bottom to save it back to Chrome. Now it is looking much better. You can see these images and icons for delete. Let's do one more thing. Here adding some padding here. So here in the title adding SX or just adding padding to save it. Now you can see it is looking much better. It has some paddings in titles. Let's change the color of this delete button. So what I'm gonna do, change to red color. So SX color red, save it. Now it is looking better than previous one. Now after that, what I'm gonna do, change this padding to 1. It's taking much more space. Now it is perfect. After that, let's try to use select different files. So again, click on this documents and upload. Select different files like unknown file type. This two file, and you can see it is looking better, but this icon is not looking so good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just adding this icon size also. So sx width 60 pixel, height 60 pixel. Save it, back to Chrome. Now you can see it's looking better than previous one. After that, we need to show upload button and delete all button, and we also need to work on this delete file. And here in the below this, I'm gonna show my buttons. So if selected files dot length greater than 0, then in that case selected file greater than 0 and file not uploaded, uh, file uploaded, not file uploaded. So in that case, I'm gonna show my buttons. So here what I'm gonna do, box margin top 2, and also adding here the buttons. So button load is, copy it, delete all files. Let's import this button. So import button from MUI button, and on click upload files. On click delete all files. Let's create this two method. Const upload files, const delete all files. Now after that, selected file length greater than 0 and file not uploaded. So button, let's make it so variant contained color primary, uh, color danger. Save it, variant content. Save it, back to Chrome. File not uploaded. Selected file length greater than 0. Okay, selected file it is not setted yet. So here after that, selecting the files, just set selected files, pass your file array. Now save it, back to Chrome, refresh page, come to document and files, select your files. I think there is some error. Button is not taking the red color, so just make it primary right now. Save it. Again, come to documents and file, select files, this file, and if I see upload file, delete files, it's showing right now, but it is too much compressed. So we have to show in expanded form. So what I'm gonna do, just come to my code and come to my dynamic form. I think I used that concept earlier also. So here if you see, I can use display flex and justify content space between. So in that the button get into end of the UI, paste it, save it, back to Chrome. Now you can see upload file, delete files are both separated to each other. Now after that, upload file added, delete file also added, and we need to upload this file and also work on delete file. So first let's work on delete file on single delete and multiple delete. So what I can do, just come to my code and here work on single delete file. Const updated files equal to selected files, then updated files dot splice, passing the index. Okay, here we need to work on this one. This is the single file, selected file, splice index, and removing only one file. So here first I'm just copying all the files and removing a single item by their index. After that, set selected file updated files, then also getting the preview. So const updated previews, file previews, updated previews dot splice index 1, then set file previews. After that, set is set file uploaded false. So our delete function has been ready. If you click on delete file, it will delete the item from the files and from the previews. Now save it and let's check it's working or not. So refresh page, come to documents and file, choose file, select in 3 files, click on delete, click on delete, click on delete, and it is working fine. So after that, we have to work on delete all file. Let's add comment, delete file actual, delete file preview. After that, we have to work on our delete all the files. So what I'm gonna do, set selected file empty, file preview empty, selected file put false, save it, refresh page. Now I'll just try it. Click on this section, select the file, select file, click on delete all file, and that's it. It is working fine. After that, we have to work on the final things, which is a profile. So what I'm going to do here, first adding a form data. So form data equal to new form data. After that, selected files dot for each file, selected file dot for each file, then the bracket is missing. Each file form dot append file dollar index, make it formatted way, taking the also index here. So here I'm just running the loop for each file, getting the file in the index and appending in the form data so we can apply it to our API. After that, const response equal to await call API. Let's check the API. It's uploads, copy it, uploads, uploads, post body form data. After that, so adding the headers. So headers content type multi-part form data. This is always required when using file upload. Now after that, what I'm going to do, simply adding console dot log response. Now save it and let's check what is actually happened when you click on upload files. So come to your Chrome, I upload files, and I think it is calling the API. And you can see I get the response also. Response.data message, and I can get my URLs also. So what I'm gonna do, showing the message in toast and also setting these values in our field. So what I'm gonna do, set value. That's why I'm just using value, because we are not setting the actual value of the files. We are setting only value of URLs. So set values, field.name, then response.data dot URLs, response.data dot URLs. That's perfect. Then showing the message post success and taking the message which is coming from server. So response dot data dot message. Now save it. Also adding the try catch in case of any error. Try catch error. Post dot error dot message. Save it. Also here setting this way, so you can check null also. We don't need a response. So just remove it. Save it. Also after uploading the files, we need to hide this button too. Set file uploaded to. Now save this thing. Come to Chrome. Now click on upload files again. You can see file uploaded successfully. My button has been hidden. Also need to show a loader also. So what I'm gonna do here, while uploading the file, if there is loading, showing a linear progress, else showing this box making SX with 100%. Save it. Now refresh page and try it again. Come to documents and files. Clear it. Select the files. Three file again. Click on upload files. You can see it is showing loaded. Loading is showing, and finally message file uploaded successfully. Now after that, our file value has been set in our file input. We need to submit this data. Also here I'm going to take one more thing. Let me show one more thing. I'm gonna show you. If you check, if I refresh page, the file component has been ready, but there is some other issue which I'm going to fix it. If I click on next, um, next, 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 and you can see this file is required. So this message is only showing when we have to click on submit button, but this is coming on the last click. So I have to fix this also. My dynamic form, just come here, and here I'm just changing some logic. So current step greater than 0, then current step dot length. Here directly show this button. This button directly show it. And in second condition, current directly button. And here what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hide and show this submit button, because if I show this button, it will get submit. I don't know why it is happening, but it is getting submit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm adding something here like this way. SX display current step equal to steps dot length -1 then block, else none. Save it, come to Chrome, and if you see this time, refresh page. If you see this time, click on next, click on next, click on next. You can see the form is not yet submitted. So the error will only come when you submit this form. So earlier this time, this will happen. If you click on next, the form is getting submitted. So we have to use, I have to use this logic, adding and showing this button. Now it is fixed also. Now after that, all the thing has been working. I can simply upload the file. Now after that, let's check whether the form is actually submitting or not. So for this, inspect network tab, press page, paste food, paste category, next, paste, select all the files and upload the files first. My file has been uploaded. Let's try to submit this form. Submit it, and this time if you see, image has the URLs. It is passing in the array. Now after that, we're gonna check whether the file is uploading to our database or not. So let's try to upload a new file again. Next, test category final, order 1, then test category, click on next. After that, selecting the file again, selecting 3-4 files again, these 3 files, click on upload files and click on submit. So our category has been created. You can see, if I see the data, see the images, whole thing has been okay. If I check in database, localhost issue my admin, open my e-commerce project, open my categories, sort by ID. Here if you see, the item has been uploaded. You can see the previous item also showing it is uploaded, but there is one issue. If you see this data, it is in single quote, and if you try to parse it, but when I receive the data, let me show you. I receive the data API in this format, and if I try to use data or try to parse it using JSON.parse data, it's showing me invalid data because the single quotes come and double quotes come, so it will not pass as a JSON data. So what I have to do? I have to do some changes in our file upload component and dynamic form or file input component. Just here head json.stringify and send the URLs as a JSON string. Earlier we were passing as a complete JSON, but I'm saying pass it as a JSON string. Otherwise it will create some issues. You can't parse the data properly. I'm just creating one more category. Test category final. Click on next. Test description. Click on next and delete this file, delete this file, delete this file, and select new files again. Also select one more file. Let's upload it. Now after that file is uploading, just click on submit. If I check again this time, let's sort by ID. And you can see this time our item is getting in double quotes. Let me show you what happened. So I come to manage category, and if I see the network tab, these two data which I received in the different format. Let me show you. First open this data. You can see this is properly formatted. If you try to parse this data in JSON parser, you can do it. But if you try to use this JSON data and try to parse it, you can't do it. So come to our manage category page, and we have to add some logic here. Here change it to get image URL, and we need to check whether it's a JSON data and also create this method. So come to helper, our helper method, export const get image URL, and we need to work on this one first. So also need to work on this thing also, like if your data is a JSON data and it actually has a URL, we can also need to return true. Instead of that thing, I can have a get better solution. Let's get a separate component for that. Render image, pass our data, params, dot row, check what it contained, params dot row dot image. So render image data equal to params dot row dot image. I think that is a better approach. After that, let's create this component also. So come to component, render image dot js, const render image data I check again here, data, let export it, code, render image. Let's paste our code which I copied earlier. So what I'm going to do, data not equal to blank, so data not equal to blank is valid URL, data data and also taking the name is required. So name equal to row dot image dot name. It's params row dot. Let's import this also. So here pop import render image from component render image. Now that is okay. And here let's import this valid URL. Import valid URL is valid URL and get image URL. Now after that import typography. So import typography from material. All the logic has been added. Now we need to do what? We just need to check whether the image is actually a image or not. So in the valid URL, I'm going to do what? First condition, if array, what is array? If it is array, then find the image. Let image equal to URL dot filter item dot match jpg gif png, then not equal to null. This is the case, then it will return me all the images. New URL image 0. Thus, if getting one more method, export most check is JSON. JSON.parse is parsing, return true, else return false. So check is JSON URL and JSON.parse length greater than 0. In that case, image equal to JSON.parse URL filter image, then again return the image URL. Else directly parse the URL. If it is getting parse, return true. So if there is any condition parse, it will return true. If there is any condition break, it will return false. Now after that, we need to get the image URL. So copying the same code again. And here what I'm going to do, simply return URL. Return first image URL. Here again, first image URL. Now save it and let's check whether it is working or not. So back to Chrome, refresh page, and if I check this time, okay, it is showing the name, undefined reading name, render image JS4. So render image name, okay, it should be name. Save it, refresh page. Let's close this for now. And if you see this time, test category, still the image is not showing. I don't know why it is not showing. I didn't add the return message. So return, save it. Now if you see, it is showing no images, but it is showing images for this one. So the previous one which we upload as a wrong data, it is not showing any images because that are not a valid JSON. That's why it's not showing any images. But the current one, it is a valid image and it is showing the images. So that is working perfect. Now after that, let's try to upload a child item also. Come to here, add category. Parent category, selecting the second one. General information, test, child. Next, test, child. Again selecting the file. This time selecting the file with these three, one image and two files. Click on upload files. Then submit the form. After that, if I check again, is saved. If I come to manage category, open this one. It is a child. But here if you see, the image is not showing. The image is showing only simple message in JSON array. So you have to parse the JSON array in the child item also. If you see, we didn't pass our image here. So what I'm going to do, dot filter, first remove the image here, filter item, item. If it is image, remove it because I'm going to append my image item again. So here in the image action, just add it here, forms dot push field image header image render cell. After that, in the render cell, in the render cell, just return the image. So return the render image. That's why I create as a common component. So we can simply pass our data. Render image. Save it. There is some error showing. There is some error showing. Push columns dot push. Let's try to cut this. Okay, I didn't close this field. Let's import this render image. So import render image from render image. Save it back to Chrome and let's check it's working or not. So refresh the page. Close this for now. If I see parent image is showing, if I see below, the child image is also showing. So that's it. I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Please like our video and please subscribe our channel. And if you have any question, please do comment.